With its beautiful lakes and picturesque rolling hillsides, Rwanda is one of the smallest and most densely populated countries of Africa. Rwanda has steadily recovered from the tragic genocide of 1994, and today is considered to be one of the most stable countries in the region. ADRA has played a major partnership role in helping Rwanda on the road to recovery by working with communities to build schools, clinics, and hospitals. One current program is helping mothers, babies, and small children in the Nahuibo district of Rwanda by improving health services throughout the region and improving overall health through education and the promotion of producing and eating well-balanced, nutritious meals. The Nahuibo district was selected for the project because many of the villages are located in remote regions, high up in the hills, and have poor access to health and education services. The district also has some of the highest malnutrition rates in the country.
So when we first entered into that district, we did an assessment where we went and talked to the people about what do they know about nutrition, and we found that they didn't have a good understanding of the concept of nutrition. When we asked them about what is a balanced diet, they didn't figure out what it is. So they said as long as they have enough potatoes to feed their children, that was enough. They didn't know that to have a balanced diet, you also need vegetables, you also need fruits, you need to have all the food types, and you need to feed them.
As ADRA conducted interviews with the people, they invited them to bring their children in for a health assessment. Parents were amazed to discover that almost all the children were underweight for their age, and many were malnourished. They learned how malnutrition can cause stunting and have an irreversible negative impact on the development of the brain. Once they realized this, parents became very motivated to join the ADRA program and learn what they needed to do to improve the health of their children. They joined small education groups where they learned the importance of providing balanced meals from all the major food groups. To get the babies started on the road to good health, the Embrace program invited mothers to bring their children to the ADRA kitchen every morning for 10 days for an intensive rehabilitation feeding program.
ADRA explained to us the importance of having a kitchen garden right near our homes. I am growing carrots, cabbage, spinach, onions, pumpkins, beets, and amaranthus. ADRA provided the seeds, taught us how to grow them, and how to cook them. The ADRA nutritionist has explained the health benefits of each one and how much we should have of each for a good balanced diet. We used to have vegetables only once or twice a month. Now we are eating them every day. My children are gaining weight and growing well.
Simply telling people that they should eat better is never enough. To be fully effective, ADRA has learned that you also need to explain why it is important, how it will change their lives, and improve the future opportunities for their children. Then, you need to show people how to grow the new foods, how to preserve them, and how to use them in cooking. To ensure that the vegetables grown in the kitchen gardens are providing high-quality nutrition, parents are instructed on how to grow their gardens using organic methods. Agricultural specialists are brought in to teach composting and other methods of making organic fertilizer, and natural pesticides using locally grown herbs. Sample gardens demonstrate various techniques that produce rich harvests in the different kinds of terrains in the region.
Having the kitchen garden right by our homes has really been a big help. Our farm is quite some distance from our home, and it was never convenient to run pick some vegetables at mealtime. We were only eating vegetables about twice a week. Now, even when it is raining or it is already dark, I can just step outside and pick some vegetables to cook. We are eating them at every meal. Since putting my children on a regular diet of fresh vegetables, I have noticed a real change in them. They are much healthier now. ADRA has really changed the way we think. The program has cultivated new ideas, changed our perspective, and taught us new ways of doing things that are going to change our lives forever.
Jeanette is a school teacher. She is a mother of a brand new baby. Her home is located high up in the hills of Nuhabu. As we spoke to her, she told us how ADRA had recently helped her in her time of need.
One of the challenges that we face here is access to emergency health services. They are still working on making good roads through our community. Most of us live in houses built high above the roads. In the past, when someone became very sick and could not walk, we used a traditional ambulance, which is 4 men carrying the sick person on a stretcher. When it rains, the pathways become very slippery. There have been many cases where a woman in labor has been dropped out of the stretcher. When I went into labor with my baby, my husband and some neighbor ladies helped me walk down the steep pathways to our local village health post. Shortly after reaching the clinic, I collapsed and was not able to go any further. We had heard that ADRA had recently donated a new ambulance to our regional community health center. My husband called and found that it was available to pick me up. Even though the roads between our village and the health center were very bad, it was able to come and take me. When we arrived, the nurses on duty gave me an exam and saw that my blood pressure was very high. They said that I probably had complications that would not make it safe for me to have the baby there. They helped me back into the ambulance, which took me to the district hospital down in the valley about 40 kilometers away. With the doctor's help at the hospital, I was able to have a safe and normal delivery, and I and the baby have been doing well up until now. I wish to say how thankful I am to the people of Canada for the gift that you have given to our community. Women in my village have died while attempting to give birth. When women are pregnant here, we naturally worry about what might happen to us when we go into labor. Now that we have the ambulance, we feel so much better, not nearly as fearful as before. Thank you, Canada.
I went into labor before expected. I walked to the health center about an hour away by foot. After spending some time at the health center, they decided that I needed to go to the hospital for surgery. I was so grateful that we now have the ambulance from Canada. Because of that ambulance, I was able to make it to the hospital in time to have my baby.
I would like to express my gratitude. I'm very thankful from the bottom of my heart. I would like to thank the Government of Canada and ADRA Canada for the Embrace project and all that it is doing for the community. But also, more especially, I would like to say thanks for the ambulance that was given to our community. Since Embrace started, our children are so much healthier. And now, since the new ambulance has arrived, we have not had any mothers die while giving birth. Our whole community is so happy for ADRA Canada. We can't stop talking about ADRA Canada.
In addition to the new ambulance, the Embrace program will be improving health services for mothers and babies by training healthcare workers, rehabilitating existing health centers, and constructing a new maternity ward. Better health care and more nutritious diets throughout the Nuhabu district of Rwanda will help improve the lives of over 100,000 people. Embrace, in Rwanda, is part of a much larger program that is also being conducted in remote communities in Myanmar, Cambodia, and the Philippines. Made possible through co-funding from the Canadian government, Embrace is bringing the goodwill of Canadians to some of the most vulnerable people of our world.